Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to First Church Unitarian here in Littleton, Massachusetts. My name is Lara Hoke, pronouns she, her, and I'm so happy and lucky to be the minister serving this incredible congregation. We today are thinking about Earth Day. I know Earth Day was last Tuesday, April 22nd. Normally we would have probably done it the prior Sunday, but that was Easter, so what are you going to do? But this is the 55th annual Earth Day, and so we're thinking about that today. Today is also a new member Sunday, so we're excited to welcome officially 5 new members to our congregation. And after the service, there is some glutinous and non-vegan cake. There are gluten-free Tate's cookies and accidentally vegan Oreos. And I'm sad to say that the store told me they had nut allergy appropriate cookies, but when I got there I found they did not. So many apologies to those who have nut allergies. And for those of you who are with us online, I guess I got for you the same thing I got for the people with nut allergies. Sorry. But in any case, we're so glad you're with us, whether you're here in person in the sanctuary or whether you're with us virtually online. It's wonderful to have you here, and we hope to get to know you better in time if we don't know you already. And sometimes you might be seeking some pastoral care. If you want to talk to somebody, you can always reach out to me, or you can reach out to one of our lay pastoral ministers. Today's lay pastoral minister is Linda Kaylor. And our other wonderful lay pastoral ministers are David Butts, Ann Donald, Jan Dustin, and Patty Sardella. And with that, I'll turn it over to Mary for Community Matters.
Good morning, everyone. I join Reverend Lara in welcoming you to First Church Unitarian, and a special welcome to everyone joining us online. I am a member of the Standing Committee. My name is Mary Giurleo. My pronouns are she, her. And I also want to just say how exciting it is that we're having a new member Sunday. 5 new members is amazing. So I want to offer Laura, Judy, Emma, Bethanne, and Gil a very warm welcome from the Standing Committee. We're so happy that you have decided to make FCU your church home. Also from Community Matters, a very important announcement. Today opens the bidding for our Happy Together talent auction. Bidding opens at noon, and there's an amazing assortment of talent items put together by our auction queens, Rochelle and Jackie. This is a very important fundraiser for us with a very ambitious goal. So we have 1 week to bid on these wonderful items. I hope everybody will take a look and jump right in on the bidding. We also have great items in our raffle, and the raffle tickets will be on sale at coffee hour along with coffee and fellowship through the vestry after the service. So I invite you to join us for that. And please check Community Matters for other important activities coming up. Silence your cell phones, and welcome to church.
Dear Mother Earth, I bow my head before you as I look deeply and recognize that you are present in me and that I'm a part of you. I was born from you, and you are always present, offering me everything I need for my nourishment and growth. My mother, my father, and all my ancestors are also your children. We breathe your fresh air. We drink your clean, clear water. We eat your nourishing food. Your herbs heal us when we're sick. You are the mother of all beings. We are just one species of your many children. All the millions of other species who live or have lived on Earth are also your children. You aren't a person, but I know you are not less than a person either. You are a living, breathing being in the form of a planet. Dear Mother, my deep wish is to wake up to the miracle of life. I promise to train myself to be present for myself, my life, and for you in every moment. I know that my true presence is the best gift I can offer to you, the one I love. The words of Thich Nhat Hanh. Let us worship. I'd like to invite Natalie to come up and light our chalice this morning. And as Natalie lights our chalice, please join me in saying the words of our covenant. Love is the spirit of this church, and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Thank you. Please join me in our opening hymn. It's number 21 in the gray hymnal, For the Beauty of the Earth. And the lyrics are also on the screens. I invite you to rise in body or spirit. It is time to welcome our new members. Yes, I would like to call, is Susan here? Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, would you, Jane, be willing to do the honors of standing in as the honorary chair from the Member Reach Committee? You'll need the insert. There you go. Oh, okay. Well, you know, this is you know, very much who we are. We we're not always the most organized religion, but we care and we're fun. That's right. Okay. So I'd also like to invite up right away our new members, and I don't have the list, so it's not alphabetical. We have Bethanne and Gil Novak. We have Lara Granato, Emma Bruns Riffelmacher, and Judy Savage. Don't confuse me. Okay. So there is an insert in your program, and there's also words on the screen. So you don't have to worry about the first part that you can't read it, because that's my part. Okay. So welcome. Friends, we welcome, you want to stand over there? We welcome you this morning to full membership at First Church Unitarian. By signing the membership book, you have indicated your intent to continue to share your time, talents, and treasure with the congregation as you are willing and able. You've also indicated that you will now take on the responsibility of congregational governance. You will help to determine with your votes the course that we will chart together. You will be challenged to share honestly and openly your opinions, always with respect and charity for differing points of view. Above all, we are challenged to make decisions that put our convictions to work. In joining this congregation, do you embrace this responsibility and rise to this challenge?
We do.
Awesome.
Will you welcome these friends to our congregation?
And please rise and body your spirit. We welcome you with joy to the sacred bonds of membership. We welcome you with love into the life of this community. We promise to be with you in times of joy and sorrow. We honor your search for truth and meaning. We will walk with you as together we seek the truth in love, as we serve one another and our wider human community. And new members.
May we continue to grow together in wisdom and love, as individual seekers and as
One congregation, connected to those who came before us, and those who came after us. Get ourselves anew to the sacred work of serving our mission and sharing our ministry. So, welcome officially, and I have a small gift for each of you. No tests. Okay, good.
No tests later.
But we would like to sing you the song especially for you. Remain risen in body or spirit as you're able to sing 1052.
Where's my king? This morning's story is called The Story of Water According to the King's Dog, and it's written by David Grober, who couldn't be here today, so we, Jim and I, are doing it. I am the dog, Natalie. So, it goes like, okay. It goes like this. My father used to tell me this story, which he heard from his father, who heard from his father a story about my great-great-grandfather, Bernie. My great-great-grandpa Bernie was a good dog. Most dogs are good dogs. I'm a good dog. Well, I try to be. But Bernie, he was a good dog who did this one great thing. Many years ago, in a faraway land called Puddle, there lived a king who loved being a king. What's not to love about being a king? He enjoyed the best of everything. He ate the most delicious food. He lived in the best house, a castle. He even drank the best water, the coldest, clearest, cleanest water. He enjoyed a great water thanks to his dog, thanks to my great-great-grandpa. You see, the king's castle stood on the side of a steep mountain, and farther up the mountain was a spring. And it was the job of the king's dog, Bernie, to climb the mountain while holding a bucket in his mouth, fill the bucket with water from the spring, and carry it back to the castle. This job kept Bernie very busy, up and down the mountain fetching bucket after bucket of water, water for the king, for the king's family, and for everyone who lived in the castle. Water to drink, wash with, cook with, and bathe in. And when the castle folks were done with their washing and bathing and cleaning, guess what they did with their dirty water? They tossed their dirty water over the side of the castle wall. This was long before plumbing and water treatment plants. And their water would do what water does. It trickled down the mountain until it reached Puddle Pond. Now, Puddle Pond is where 99% of the people of Puddle lived. No, not in the pond. They lived around and near the pond. And here's the problem. Puddle Pond was the people's only source of water. It was the water they washed with, cooked with, and drank. My Bernie worried about the people of Puddle. On his days off from fetching water, he enjoyed sniffing around Puddle Pond. And he saw that the men, women, and children did not look very healthy. In fact, many seemed sick. Bernie wondered, could it be the water? Bernie tried telling the king about it. He tried telling the king that the people of Puddle needed access to water, but the king sadly thought mostly about himself. In fact, when Bernie mentioned better water, the king started to wonder whether he could find even better water for himself. So he summoned for his 4 top advisors and handed each man an empty jar and said,
North, south, east, and west, go find me water better than the rest.
And the 4 men headed off in 4 directions, leaving the king and his dog alone. Bernie stared at the king, waiting for his orders. Finally, the king said,
Oh, okay, take your bucket and bring me the best water from right here in Puddle.
The first man headed north, which took him straight up Puddle Mountain, and soon he reached a huge glacier of ice and snow. He could go no further, so he chipped some of the ice off the glacier into the jar and headed home. The second man headed south through the lush forest green until he came to the edge of a mighty river. He filled his jar with white rushing water and headed home. The third man headed east across the desert until he arrived at a great salty ocean. Water as far as he could see, but not a drop to drink. Tired from his journey and in despair about failing to find fresh water, the man lay down and fell asleep. And as he slept, it began to rain. And the rain grew heavy, and the man woke up chilled, yet delighted to see a few drops of water in the jar. He held the jar open as he walked home through the rain. The fourth man headed west until he arrived in another town. He asked a boy where a thirsty traveler might find some fresh water, and the boy took him to the well in the center of town. "Help yourself, sir," said the boy. "The well is deep and plenty of fresh water for all." And the man filled his jar and headed home. Meanwhile, what about Bernie? He sat for a long time, sniffing the air and the ground in every direction. He thought about his important job of delivering water to the castle. He thought about the king, and he thought about the people of Puddle. Then Bernie carried his bucket down the mountain and filled the bucket with water. The water from Puddle Pond. When the 4 men and 1 dog all returned to the castle, the king summoned each of them to present their water. First, the king was served a glass of water from the glacier.
Clear, cold, and clean.
Next, the king was served a glass of water from the river.
Clear, cold, and clean.
Next, the king was served a glass of rainwater.
Clear, cold, and clean.
Next, the king was served a glass of well water. Finally, he was served a glass of Puddle Pond water.
Patooey! Are you trying to poison me? Do you have anything to say before I sentence you to death, Bernie?
And my great-great-grandfather sat up tall, faced the king, and said, "I've been your devoted dog all these years, so I ask only one thing. Come down the mountain with me." The king agreed, and the 4 men followed the dog down the mountain. Bernie led the men to the town hospital. Inside the hospital, the king saw terrible things. He saw a mother who coughed so badly she could hardly breathe. The mother held a baby who coughed so badly it could hardly breathe. He saw 2 young boys who looked like sad old men. He saw a big man on his knees crying. The king turned to the doctor and asked,
"Why are there so many sick people?"
And the doctor said, "It's the water, my king. The people of Puddle Pond have no access to clean water, only dirty water from Puddle Pond." And the king turned to Bernie and cried out,
"What have I done? What have I done, Bernie?"
And Bernie, my great-great-grandfather, said to the king, "You're asking the wrong question. The best question to ask is, what can you do now?" The king looked at his advisors for advice.
"What can I do now? Tell me, what can I do now?"
Not one man spoke. The king repeated his question, louder this time.
"What can we do now?"
Still, no one spoke, and the king yelled,
Well,
"Well," repeated one man. Well, said another. "Great idea," said a third. "Let's dig a well." "Yes," said the 4th man, "let's dig a well just like the one in the town from the west." And the king summoned every healthy person in Puddle to dig a well. The king grabbed a shovel too. And once the well was deep enough, all the people of Puddle had clear, cold, clean water to drink. The mother and daughter stopped coughing. The two boys looked like happy boys again. And the big man stood up straight and started singing. And the king decreed that the well must have the best possible name. Can you guess what they called it? Bernie's Well. My great-great-great-grandpa Bernie. Thank you.
This being Earth Day Sunday, we are thinking about ways to go green. But this being the offering, let's think about ways to share some of our greenback dollars. If you are able, please do contribute to this morning's offering for the ministries of this church. For those in the sanctuary, please put your cash and checks in the baskets as they come by. For virtual participants, you can go to our website, fculittle.org, and find the yellow donate button in the upper right. There you can click on the button and follow the prompts to contribute. You can also send a check through the postal mail to the church to the direction of the assistant treasurer. Thank you for your generosity. The offering will now be given and received. Please join me in the words of our community response. May we be transformed by our giving, and may the world be transformed by our gifts.
I write this love letter to the earth, but I find that I can't really write with my hand anymore. It just cramps right up. so let's see. Hopefully I don't have too many programs coming on. Here we go. Password. Which folder? Here it is. Okay. Yeah. All right. Dear Mother Earth, I've decided to think of this 55th Earth Day as Mother's Day for the Earth. The late great Buddhist master Thich Nhat Hanh gave me the idea to write you a love letter for your special day this year. So here it goes. It's funny, the next time I'm in the pulpit here, it's going to be Mother's Day for humans. Maybe I should have saved this letter for that Sunday. It's always so hard to know what to say on Mother's Day. Mother's Day for human mothers is kind of tough because of all the different variables, all the different types of relationships with mothers, good, bad, and in between, and the relationships we've had with our own mothers and with mothering ourselves. It's so complex. But we all have the same Mother Earth, and you're pretty awesome. So that should make Earth Day, thinking of it as Mother's Day for Earth, pretty straightforward. We wouldn't be here at all if it weren't for you. None of us. No animal, no plant, no rock, no object, no human-made or otherwise. We owe it all to you, Mother Earth. But maybe that's why it's strangely hard to say thank you. Because as is the case with those of us who, like me, have had an amazing human mother, there's literally no way we can ever thank you for all you've given us. And that makes me feel a little awkward, a little inadequate, a little embarrassed. How do you say thank you to someone who has given you everything they could, even life itself? Nothing is good enough. So I say humbly, thank you for everything, literally everything. Yes, I know you've had some help from Father, Son, and I love him too, and I look forward to worshiping him this spring and summer, but he feels so distant compared to you. You're just the best. And no, I didn't buy you a Mother Earth's Day present, not because I'm thoughtless, but because nothing is good enough for you. Did that work? What could I even give you? Flowers? Chocolate-covered strawberries? I mean, I could, but those come from you, really, so you see the challenge here. You're so hard to shop for. One of the best things I can do for you is to not shop so much. So this year, I'm giving you the gift of nothing. You're welcome. I hope you know how much I love you. I know I can sometimes take you for granted, but I really do appreciate you. There are a couple more things that make Earth Day really, really hard. An obvious one is, I see how we humans, your Earth children, we are polluting you, we're degrading you. And really, even though I try to do right with my choices, I try to travel not so much, or I'm careful about things that I eat in terms of their environmental issues, and I try not to buy too much. I know all of my choices impact you, and I try to do you justice, but I know I could always do better. I try to be a good Earth daughter, but I fall short. But some of your other Earth children, well, at least I'm better than some of them are. I know I shouldn't judge and deflect onto my siblings like that, but it's hard not to, and I know that even when I try to make the right decisions that truly honor you, there are some others who really aren't trying at all. Then again, with all of my privilege, I know I'm doing more harm than I should. I just consume too much stuff, and I have so much guilt. So much guilt on Mother Earth's day. But forget your individual human children. We're all over the place, a real mixed bag. The real shame is how little my country, my government, is doing to protect you, which really has been true kind of my whole life. The current administration is the worst of all, removing the things that were in place to care for you and protect you and your children. The administration removed the United States from the Paris Agreement on climate change, doubled down on drilling for fossil fuels, and more. On the other hand, I suppose there's a kind of clarity now. Now the country isn't even pretending to protect you or care about you or your children. Don't get me wrong. I hate that my country has so few environmental and ecological protection measures in place. But I guess the awful silver lining is that no one can really pretend right now that we're trying as a nation. It's good to know the truth, even when the truth is not good. The truth will set you free, or at least it can set you free once you see it and deal with it. But the truth is, Mother Earth, you'll be fine. You'll be fine until Father Sun runs out of hydrogen and becomes a red giant, or until some rogue planet crashes into you, if ever. It's your Earth children who will suffer, the human animals and other creatures. So maybe talking about protecting you, Mother Earth, is so that we don't have to say what we really mean, that human animals are not being protected from the damage and degradation that we're doing to the earth. Other animals are going extinct. We're in our 6th great extinction, and it's all our fault, your human children. You will live on virtually forever, with or without us. Will you miss us when we're gone? But enough about us human earth children. This is supposed to be a love letter to you, and I do love you. Everything I've ever cared about is right here on you, every single thing. It makes me think about what Apollo 9 astronaut Rusty Schweickart said when he first saw you from space. He said, when you go around the earth, you begin to recognize that your identity is with that whole thing. You realize on that small spot, that little blue and white thing is everything that means anything to you. All of history and music and poetry and art and birth and love, tears, joy, games, all of it on that little spot out there that you can cover with your thumb. So said Rusty Schweickart. Another thing I love about you is that you're drop-dead gorgeous. Some of your features are lovelier than others, but really, you're a looker. I'm sorry, did I just make it weird? I'm just saying, if our solar system had a beauty contest, you'd win, hands down. It's true that Saturn's rings are very eye-catching, but they're sort of like a fascinator, one of those really out-there hats that are sometimes worn at fancy occasions. After a while, the fascinator gets old, and then what do you have? You don't need a fascinator. You have natural, no-frills beauty. Nothing compares to you. That reminds me of an old song. Someday I'll have to make you a mixtape. I have been to 4 of your continents, and no, I'm not really bragging because all that travel isn't really good for the environment. But nevertheless, I'm lucky enough that I've been to 4 of your continents, and it is beautiful everywhere. It's too hot for me near the equator. I'm a big, sweaty, hot-natured animal. But still, it's beautiful there. I love all of your water features, your ponds, your lakes, your streams, your rivers, the oceans. Most of us human earth children seem to love the water features. I'm so lucky that I live right by a river, and those of us in the sanctuary all live pretty close to the ocean, really. We're all really lucky. And those of us in this sanctuary all live really close to beautiful forests and mountains too. And really, those of us who are here online probably also live fairly close to beautiful wooded areas or not too far from mountains and lovely water features because you have them all over the place. Your landscaper is amazing. Please share my compliments. I love your diversity. There are the gorgeous features of the land itself, like I said, the water features and so on, but the diversity of life on you is breathtaking. All the different species, flora and fauna, it's incredible. My favorite plants are the trees, particularly the giant redwoods and the willow trees. My favorite animals are probably the wild animals, probably elephants. I also love foxes. And birds, how amazing are they? Lately, I've become very fond of ravens and crows, but all birds are cool. They're the dinosaurs who lived. And you seem to love diversity. You seem to thrive with it. I love the 4 seasons, and I'm so glad that I live somewhere with 4 distinct seasons. Each one has its own special appeal for me. Spring, which we're in right now, pretty easy to appreciate with all the flowers and lush green appearing and more light coming. Summer, it's really too hot for a big, sweaty, hot-natured animal like me, but I still love it for the opportunities to go into your water features when they're nicely warmed up. The fall is beautiful with the leaves changing colors and the very comfortable temperatures. And the winter gets a bad rap, but I enjoy it. It feels cozy to be inside with loved ones when it's cold outside and dark. It's a natural time to slow down in the winter, which isn't a bad thing. And now that I live in a condo, I don't have to shovel snow. That makes it really easy to appreciate how lovely snow is. How did you come up with that? 4 different seasons. It's amazing. I want to close this letter by sharing words of the late, great cosmologist and theoretical physicist Stephen Hawking. I have to Google the quotation. Let's see. Not long before his death, he wrote, "When we see the earth from space, we see ourselves as a whole. We see the unity and not the divisions. It's such a simple image with a compelling message, one planet, one human race. We are here together and we need to live together with tolerance and respect. We must become global citizens. Our only boundaries are the way we see ourselves. The only borders, the way we see each other. Let us fight for every person to have the opportunity to live a healthy, secure life full of opportunity and love. We are all time travelers, journeying together into the future. But let us work together to make that future a place we want to visit. Be brave, be determined, overcome the odds. It can be done," he wrote. We can continue with our individual actions to protect you and your inhabitants. And every Earth Day is a good time to remind ourselves to consume less, to reduce, reuse, and recycle, to conserve energy and move toward renewable energy options, to be mindful to eat more vegetables and fruit and less meat, if any, to eat less processed foods, to fly less, to drive less, to carpool, to use public transportation, to walk or bicycle if we're able, to get back on track with our policies and collective actions as a nation. We will need to work toward putting a new administration in power the next time we have the chance. In the meantime, we can contact our elected officials regularly to tell them how much we care about you and your inhabitants. We can today go to the website, welovetheearth.org, welovetheearth.org, and sign the petition telling world leaders to protect your lands and oceans. It's a start letting the world leaders know that Americans still do care. We can work together to make a better future and overcome the odds. It can be done. I will not lose my hope. You inspire me to carry on with never-ending love and gratitude. Your daughter, Lara. I forgot to save. That's all right. Never mind. Please join me in our closing hymn. It's number 163 in the gray hymnal, For the Earth Forever Turning. Words also on the screens. I invite you to rise in body or spirit. Friends, as is our tradition for the closing words, if you're comfortable with it and the person next to you is, you could hold hands or touch feet or elbows or shoulders, anything that works for you, or simply hold up your hands and feel the energy between us and those who are with us online. They say that you protect what you love. If you were writing a love letter to Earth, what would you thank her for? Go ahead and say some things. Water? Air. Trees, air? Flowers, microbes. Mangoes. Ice cream. Science. Cheese. The wilderness. Cookies. Babies. Chocolate. Maple syrup. Fertile soil. Babies, life itself, sunflowers. Plate tectonics. Wolves. Lava, gravity. Worms, sunsets. Waves. Sunrise, owls, whales. Clouds. Bumblebees. There is no end to the beauty and the majesty of the earth. May we indeed protect what we love, doing what we can in our own individual lives, and working together to create change in this country and work alongside those in the world working to do the same. May it be so. Blessed be, and amen. Please be seated.
nice, that was fun.
Oh, thanks.
Greenbacks.
Oh, what are you looking for?
I'll just take the water.
Oh, the water.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi. Welcome to the Zoom coffee hour.
Unmute, unmute.